and since I'm doing that and I'm listening to podcasts about symbolism and I'm more into that, a lot of funny, strange synchronicities happened. But the biggest one that I'm still wondering what it was about. The weirdest one happened on this Saturday, last Saturday, the 8th of March. So I'm a musician as a main job. I do music, and I was playing for in a cabaret for the Women's Day, and so at the end of the show, after the audience left, we were around the table with some friends and the last people there, and I proposed to read them the tarot because I'm full into tarot right now. And so I went to the backstage, took my deck, brought it there, proposed them, opened the cards like that, and said, okay, everyone picks a card. I didn't have the time to do a full tarot reading there, and but I said, okay, let's just pick up one card, and we'll talk about the personality of the person. And funny enough, it was quite accurate about the people, but that's not the point. The point is that so we discussed about tarot, and okay, when it was over, I said, okay, I take the deck, I put it back in my pack that is always, that I keep with elastics because it's so old. I've used it for years and it's very old, so I keep it with elastics like that. So I go backstage, I found my bag, my purse, I put it back in my purse, and before leaving, I see that underneath this is a true story. I'm not, I think I'm more on the Cartesian side. I'm not too mystical. So whenever things like that happen, I am really wondering what a crazy coincidence. So I check under the chair. There are 3 cards laying there, face down, and I check them out, and I see that it's the same brand, like it's Jodorowsky, and so I say, oh, it's my cards, but why are they on the floor? I just brought everything back, and that's bizarre. So it means that for the reading I was missing 3, and I have no idea what they are doing in the floor, and I should be more careful next time to not let them fall like that. So I and I thought, okay, maybe I drank a little bit of wine, so maybe I'm drunk, or I didn't see what was happening. So yeah, that's weird. So I bring them back in the deck, I put it in my purse, and after I forget about it, I don't think about it. But wait, that's not the thing. Later, yesterday, Monday, I see a friend for a coffee, and she's having some issues with a guy, blah blah blah. And she says, "Do you have your cards?" I say, "Yes, all the time." Can we do a little reading, please? I say, "Yeah, of course." So I do a reading. She picks 3 cards, and there, the first card is the Magician, and I don't remember the other cards. Okay, we talk about it, blah blah blah, and then she says, "Can we have some something more precise about the cards?" And I said, "Yeah, we can cover the cards themselves." So she covers the Magician. We open it, and it's another Magician. And there I thought, we looked at each other thinking, that's not possible. There are no two, there will never be 2 magicians in a deck. So we said, what happened there? There are 2 magicians. And I thought, okay, that's not possible. It took me 1 minute to figure out what was happening there. So the cards that I took at the cabaret Saturday night were not my cards. They were the cards of somebody else. I don't know anybody there that does tarot, especially not the same brand. And I thought, what a crazy coincidence that under the chair where my purse was, there were 3 cards. So I still have them here. So it was the Butler, here, the Butler. Oh no, okay, I'm all upside down there. Tack, okay. Yeah, Butler, the Star, and the Chariot. So these are the cards. These are cards that don't belong to me, that belong to somebody else, which I don't know who. And so yeah, maybe I have an answer by now. I just message everybody. You know, we have a group with the musician, and I told them this crazy story, and I was asking, okay, whose cards are they? And it's, yeah, to me it's crazy that it's the same brand and stuff, blah blah blah. So, and I've had quite a lot of synchronicities like that happening lately. And you know, I'm not always trying to find a message. Oh, this is a message from blah blah blah. But it's quite weird that lately, like last time, I had a problem interpreting the tower, and I said, okay, this week I really want to study the tower and understand how I can interpret it in a reading. And when it was time to go to bed, you know, I usually go to bed with a podcast, and there I scrolled all the podcast subject, and I said, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna listen to, and there was the Tower of Babel, the Babel Tower, and I thought, perfect. And it was a 2 hours podcast about the symbolism of the Babel Tower. And I was just asking, okay, I would like to have more information about the tower. Blah, blah, blah. Well, that's, to me, this is the craziest thing that happened, these 3 cards. So I took it a little bit for me also, I thought. Yeah, it's a rare version of tarot. You know, it's, well, it's based, actually, it's based on the Marseille Tarot. And it is, I don't know, I'm sorry for my English first. Sorry, I cannot find my words sometimes. It's the redone tarot as its origins. Like Alejandro Jodorowsky is a specialist of tarot. He really tried to find the most ancient paintings of tarot cards. And he traveled the whole world to find that, and so he really tried to restore exactly the colors that were used at the time, because every color in tarot has a special symbol, every little detail has a symbol, and during the years, people have been modifying it. Could you please take a deep breath, center in yourself, and give me 3 numbers between 0 and 21. Okay. 5, 8, 9. Do you have a special question, a special area of your life you would like us to talk about, or is it just a general reading that you would like? Okay. For general reading, it's always more difficult for me because We can interpret the cards in many ways according to which area we can talk about. But sometimes we have a little story that is happening in the cards still. But it's also a very interesting too. Okay. Okay. What do spirit guides? Oh, you have spirit guides. Cool. I don't really believe in spirit guides. Well, it depends which definition we put in that. For me, it's more a psychological process. It's more what our intuition and what our subconscious is trying to tell us. But I guess it's the same. It's kind of the same. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 8, and 9. So first we have the Empress. Okay. This could tell us that you're in a moment of creativity, quite strong. So the Empress really represents a new project that is coming to life, an eclosion of something, a blooming of something. She has a very high energy. So if it talks to you right now about what you're feeling, if right now you're full of enthusiasm, if right now you feel full of action about a new project that you have in mind and that you want to come to life, yeah, take that as a way to say, okay, you're in the good path. And if you're missing that, well, this card is acting as an advice. Be in your full creative power. You see, she's with the Temperance, she's one of the only one that has blue eyes. This represents the spiritual world. She's like lighting the path. She's an angel at the same time. This chair makes her like a little, some wings behind. She has the eagle that you can see in the Emperor, but here it's in formation. You can see that he has one wing that is totally finished and one wing that is half finished. So we are in the process of doing something. We're gonna miss just the structure of the Emperor to make this project real into incarnation, into reality. But we are in a really good momentum. We have the impulse of the youth. We have the impulse of. It can represent also like you know, the fire, the secret fire you feel when you're a teenager or when you begin something. And you can see that she's sitting quite calmly on her chair. She's quite sure of herself, and she's a good mix between feminine and masculine energy. So obviously it's a woman, but she has some masculine sides. To begin with, she has a male eagle here. She has this position with spread legs like that, like it's quite of a masculine posture. And she has here the Adam apple. I don't know if you say that in English, Adam apple. So she has the power of the feminine and the masculine energy at the same time. Okay, so if you're beginning a project right now, this is a very good card to have. It means energy coming into this project. It means great momentum, creativity, and it tells you, okay, believe in your creativity and go on with this sacred fire. Adam's apple. Okay. So what do we have next? Wow. Okay. If this is so, this is a general reading. So I don't know at all what you have in mind and what's happening in your life. But we are really talking about a project here, about something you want to make happen in the real life. We are not talking about spirituality or minds stuff or subconscious stuff. Here we are into practical things. The chariot means the action into the world, and it's a very good card to have also for new projects. Okay, there is so much to say about the chariot. You know, he's going into the world. He's really acting. So we had something that was in gestation, that was about to be born, to born, and with the chariot we are really going for it. It's really it's the action into the world. So we are protected with the celestial sky here. So we have the stars with us. We have here it's like a little theater. So it can talk about somebody that has charisma, that is good with people, that is good to manage the project, but also to talk about the project to others. And this person, you see, there are masks here, as if it was theater masks. And this person, it means that the person can adapt very well to many situations and can wear different masks according to the issues he's encountering. So sometimes this talks about the world of theater, but it can also talk about a lawyer or any activity where you have to go out into the world and show yourself. Okay, this is the very positive side of this card, but here are the invitations. You have these two horses here. The thing with this card is that he has to agree with them too. Well, first he has to agree with himself, to be really centered to do this action for his project, and then he has to do it accordingly to the horses. And that's the tricky part of this card, that here you are invited very strongly to know where you want to go, to decide precisely the ways you want to choose. Because if you're hesitating too much, you're not gonna go straight. You know, he's gonna go somewhere and he's gonna go somewhere and you're gonna be lost. You really have to decide precisely the direction of where you want to go. Yeah, that's pretty much it. He has some power. We can talk. He has some power on what he wants to realize. And he goes for it. That's these two cards are really two cards of high action and going for something. So this really invites you to be clear about your trajectory, to follow your creative power and to how can I say that in English? To be in tune with different directions that are opening right now to make it more clear. Yeah. Okay, what do we have next? Oh man, that's great. I say man, but maybe you're a woman, I don't know. Okay, if you're into projects right now, this is very, it's one of the best cards of the tarot, man. The sun. The sun is generous. The sun shines for everybody, and it represents collaboration. You have these two people that are collaborating for the best. They are building something together. You can see that behind they have this beginning of construction happening. They have the flowing of knowledge and spiritual world going freely there. They are almost naked. It means that they are in their authenticity. They are not hiding anything. They don't have any secrets for each other. So there is a great collaboration there. So I don't know if it means that you're invited to collaborate with people, or that you would have that in mind, but anyway, whatever we talk about here, even if we talk about relationships, love, or anything, the sun is super positive. The sun is one of the most beautiful cards, because it's really watching you directly in the eyes. He's shining for everybody. The drops here are going up, you see, they are not going down, they are going up. Everything is very happy, and it's like there is also a dimension of freedom. These two people, you find them before in the path of the tarot. You find them there in the devil, but here they were dependent. Here they were attached to things that were serving them at the time, but that were not positive for them, but they detached from that. We can see that it's the same people we are talking about, because this one still has a tail from this past moment where he was hiding things, or too much in the dreams or unconscious. So this card means enlightening, freedom, positive energy. How can I say that? Réussite. Yeah, when a project, well, as I told you, I'm not reading the future. After it will be only about you, about your actions. But you have a very good energy going around whatever you want to do. If it's about a love story, it's very positive. It's a concretization of something with a very good creative energy, and an amazing, great collaboration for a new building. Wow, that's a very nice spread we have there. Yeah, being authentic and being exposed. Exactly. If you're wearing masks, you'll never get the fruits, the real fruits that you're supposed to have in something. We really are invited all to be as authentic as possible, and ourselves, and feel deeply that we can be loved just the way we are, and not pretend to be somebody else or do something else. It's funny because he has the masks still, so, but here it doesn't mean that he's wearing masks and he's hiding stuff. It just means that he can play roles and adapt well to situations. So yeah, I don't know if it talks to you or if it resonates. Of course you can have a reading. let me see. So thank you very much, Golden Eye. Yeah, it's only up to you. Of course, it's always up to us what we do. Thank you very much for your time too. Who do we have next? We have yeah, please, Modern Death. I think I had you before on the stream. It rings a bell. Please join the queue with exclamation point join, because first we have somebody else. We have 777 blues. Where do I manage the queue? Oh, it's here. Ding. Sorry, I'm new with this queue thing. It's just because last time it was such a mess with everybody that okay. Now we are with 777 blues. Clack, tick, tack. Okay. Hi. How are you today? I hope you're great. So I'm gonna ask you the same thing. If you can close your eyes and center yourself, take a deep breath, and give me the 3 first numbers that come into your mind from 0 to 21. 0 included. I'm great too, thank you very much. So 6, 8, 11. Okay, let's do that. Do you have a special area of your life that you would like to talk about? Or do you have a special question? Or do you want a general reading? Of course, we can see the forces and weakness in presence to that we can work on for a project or a goal. Okay, let's do that. Are you a musician? Is blues in related to music? Okay, while you answer, I get the cards. And I have to center myself too. Okay. 6, 8, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Okay, what do we have here? The stars. Okay, I was talking about the sun. That is a very beautiful. We have beautiful cards. You know, earlier for me, this morning, I had quite difficult cards. I had the death, which is not the death, but which is the arcana without name. Well, we had some pretty tough cards. And right now, this afternoon, everything is lighting up. I'm very happy about it. So, the star is another very positive card of tarot. But, okay, when the sun, we have a collaboration, it's Terra here. it's a direct collaboration with the wholeness. Okay, we talk also about authenticity right now. She's you, everybody's gonna think that you only have naked people in tarot, which is really not the case. A lot of people have clothes on, but yeah, here we have a great connection with the cosmos and the earth. So the person is in her deep authenticity, giving and receiving. Here you have a little bird, which is the bird of esperance, of hope. You have things that are growing on the background. So I don't know which goal you have, but the seeds are already growing. And she has the reception and the giving deeply. And you know, the blue river here is about her consciousness. This is flowing freely. So if it talks about your state of mind right now, this means good. You are in the good momentum. And if not, it's an advice that we invite you to be in this momentum of trusting the process, of giving and receiving, being totally open and being totally yourself in your biggest authenticity, because you have good energies around you. You really have stars that are shining upon this goal. You take power from the earth. You're really connected. This is a very connected card. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's a beautiful card. Anyway, there is a lot of hope and good things above it. Oh, the Hermit. Okay. So good. Yeah, we can see that there is a definite beginning that happened, and that already has some leaves growing. Okay. The Hermit is oh man, I don't know how to interpret it. Okay, the symbol of the Hermit is a person that is walking alone, that is doing its stuff in secret, inside. It's like an inside work. He's working on himself. He's working on his ameliorating, being better, but closed from others. So, or it's like a secret project or something he wants to keep very precious and not share with the world. Or it can be also that he's a little bit in the dark and he's trying to light up the path. He's trying really to understand what's happening, but most of it's very inner work and inner world. And but he has the stick here of action. You see, the stick is red, which means action. So he's going. Oh man, I would say that here we are walking into a path that is quite dark. I mean, that's where we don't see the end of the tunnel. We are still studying about what we are doing. And so this is the interpretation if it talks about you. But it could be also to ask advice to somebody that knows better than you. That's somebody that knows the path and is lighting the path. but there is some solitary thing going on there. Yeah, and he's watching the star. They are both looking a little bit backwards. I'm wondering what this card says about the whole thing. Haha. It's funny, we talked about the devil just before. Okay. These cards are saying that if you want this project to flourish, there are some things you have to work on. Okay, this could be scary, but it's not scary. The devil, you see, he's most of all he's a funny character. You see, he's doing that, and he's playing with his eyes and his tongue. So he's playing. Okay, he plays a character there, but he wants to wake us up. He wants to say, hey, please make the work. Check out what is retaining you from something. Check out your dependencies. Check out your addictions. Okay, he can talk about addictions, pulsions, or it can talk about laziness also, but most of all the things that we carry around and that we would like to get rid of. It can talk also about creativity, you know. It's also in this deep subconscious mind and this our crazy own craziness that we can also source some creativity. He's multiple, he can be anything. He's androgynous, he has women things and male things, and he has eyes everywhere. But he really invites us to not hide from ourselves. So, but he's an angel, and he has this torch also to light the path. It's funny because they both have a torch. Well, he has a lantern and he has a torch to light the path. So I really feel that this spread today tells you, okay, you really have a good idea. You are really connected with everything that you need. You need to be in your full authenticity, but you need to get a lot of informations outside and inside. You have to really understand what you want to do. Man, I don't want to say bullshit, so I'm gonna tell you truly that I'm in doubt here. I don't know if this is advising you to do it in secret, to do it in alone, or to ask outside, to go out of your shell. I don't really know how to interpret that. I think that by the fact that it's close to the star, to me it would be more like stop doing things alone and ask for help around and go into the world. And this is just a message that we can all have, you know. We all have dark sides that we don't want to see, or old patterns that we repeat, or old things that we are attached to that no longer serve us. And this card really invites us to get rid of that, to break these chains, to become free from that. So yeah, I think the message of this spread is telling you, okay, you have a very good goal in mind and you have all the potential to do it, and it's already growing, but maybe search for collaboration and light the path. Like, check every little detail of your goal and check the fact that there are some things hidden or that you don't really want to see, like things that you're hiding from yourself. Please try to watch them with truth and don't be afraid of truth and authenticity. I don't know at all if this talks to you. That's funny you say that you need to be alone for a while to achieve it. So this is talking about you. Okay. It's funny because it's really in the middle. Huh? Hello Savajestic. Thanks for the follow. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Blues, and I hope this put some light on your goal, and I wish you the best for pursuing your goal and the best success. Ciao. Okay, who do we have next? That was interesting. I love how different a reading can be from one to another one, from one to the other. Okay, so to join the queue, you have to put exclamation mark join, and to leave the queue, exclamation mark leave. Modern Death, hello and welcome. Thank you for being here. Please, I'm gonna take 3 minutes because my daughter is going out of school right now and I have to call her. Just 2 minutes, and I'm back very, very soon. Thank you.